So this is Unit 6, Lesson 1 homework, and we're going to go through some of these answers together so that you can understand what to do. Now, if you take a look at this, what does the function do? This should be fairly easy. It says it right here, -1, right? So whatever we put in is going to be, the number we put inside is going to be x. Therefore, x minus 1 will be whatever the number is we put in minus 1. And in this case, we put in 6. Therefore, the answer is, yes, you guessed it, it is 5. Good. Here we go again. And the important thing to know here is that there is an order of operations when it comes to mathematics. So we must do x times 2 first, and then we do plus 1. So in fact, we'll put these in brackets like so. So we do x times 2, which is going to be 3 times 2, plus 1, which equals 7, right there. Good. This is also fairly easy. This time we're accepting two numbers, x and y. So if x is 2, y is 4, well then we do 2 times 4 is going to be 8. 3 times 5 is going to be, yes, you guessed it, 15. What is next? Good morning plus name, good morning plus name. So if the input is Ella, it's going to be good morning, Ella. If the input is Leo, it's going to be good morning, Leo. Should be fairly easy. This could have been called name, it could have been called X, could have been called Y, could have been called whatever you want. But, ideally we should make it something fairly simple. Usually with numbers we use X, Y, Z, and usually with anything else we use the actual name of what it is, which is, in this case, name. Good, so here you're going to use your own function. I've given you some examples. I would love for you to do a math function. I love math. I hope you love math too. And I want you to write any function. So it could be triple, which could be something like return x times, we'll do here, x, if I can write properly, x times 3 times 3, which is tripling and then tripling again. Right, so if we had, for example, 3 as x equals 3, then we would times it by 3, which equals 9, and we would times 9 by 3, which equals 27. So in this case, if we input 3, so we have x, which is 3, it goes inside our function, and it comes out as y, which is 27, right? So x is the input, y is the output, usually, but in some cases, y can also be the input, like we have right here. Good. Next, what do we have? Match the function to the answer. This should be quite easy. X plus 5 is 5. X plus 5, 7. I'm not going to do these because they're quite easy. So I know you can do them, right? We're just plussing 5 each time. Shouldn't be too difficult. And that's it for the homework. It's quite simple, but I wanted you to get used to the idea of functions and why they might be useful. Now, when you're doing the lesson, you might be thinking, oh, teacher, this is too hard. Why am I using functions? Well, think about it this way. You could probably do 1 or 2 Hanok houses by yourself faster than the function can do it, right? Because the function takes a little while to set up. But if someone gives you £1 million, or if someone had a race between me and you, and the winner gets £1 million, and whoever can build 100 Hanok houses first will get that £1 million, well, I will probably win, right? Because I can just press one button after I've coded it, and it can just keep building 100 houses if I set it up in the correct way. But you would have to manually make 100 different houses. So that's kind of why we use functions in programming, because it saves us a lot of time, even though the initial setup can be quite difficult and quite challenging. So hopefully this is fairly easy, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson where we're going to be doing some very interesting stuff in Unit 6, making our own Hanok village, which I hope you're going to enjoy. See you guys in the next lesson.